Hey, I'm Luke Langelier with S&S Diesel Motorsport. There's a lot of injectors on the market, and it can be difficult to really know what's what out there and kind of sort through all the marketed material and all the differences. Some of the injectors are the same but branded different. Some are drastically different, varying qualities. It's hard to really know what's out there. So I wanted to spend a little time to describe some of the differences in the injector designs and what makes ours different. So specifically to LB7 Duramax injectors, the first generation of Duramax, the first really generation of common rail in the pickup truck market in the U.S. The '01 to '04 and a half, GM trucks. That is really a pretty good engine platform, but what's become known as the Achilles heel of that platform is the injectors. They become a fairly short life injector. They don't necessarily fail catastrophically or cause a lot of other engine damage or anything, but typically when they fail, when they're worn out, is much earlier than what it should be, and typically it causes a white smoke, which is basically excessive unburned hydrocarbons in the exhaust. You get a hazing. Typically hear about hazing or white smoke. Sometimes that can be because of a compression issue, a mechanical compression issue, but on LB7 trucks, the vast majority of the time, it's a nozzle problem with the factory injector. So those injectors in the first generation were a VCO type design, is what that's called, a valve covering orifice design. That was the first generation. Like I said, GM was learning, Bosch was learning about that market. After that was developed, the US switched to ultra-low sulfur fuels, so a lot of the testing and validation would have been done on other fuels with better lubricity. So that added up to basically coming up with the injectors that are in production today or previously that are not a real good long life injector for the LB7 platform. So to remedy that issue, pretty much every platform after 5.9 Cummins and LB7, the earliest generations of them, went to what's called a SAC type design in the nozzle. That nozzle design just inherently is a different design. That is a really good, long life, reliable design that is all modern common rail is pretty well that way now. So to remedy the LB7 issue and help those customers that still like those LB7 trucks, we designed a nozzle that matches the same combustion recipe as the original. So it's the same hole count, it's the same spray angle, it's the same flow rate, it's the same combustion recipe as the original VCO, but with the modern nozzle design. So it'll make for a long life nozzle. We only develop the best possible products that we can. May not always be the cheapest, may not be the highest volume, but that's not the market we're going for. We're going for the best possible product we can produce. So because of that, there are a lot of injectors on the market that are a reman of some variety, or some are refurbished, tested injectors. Some are remanufactured in unknown locations or have knockoff components. Bosch is the original OEM of all this stuff. There's several companies that do clone components of what the Bosch production was, but generally it's not the quality of the original or of what we want to sell as our product. So because of that, we work directly with Bosch themselves to co-develop that nozzle and have them built in the Bosch factories, the Bosch plants that can hold the tolerances necessary and have the equipment to do the best quality nozzle, just like all the other modern nozzles are built in those same facilities basically. So Bosch is building that nozzle to our specifications exclusively for us, of the better modern design. So we start with either a brand new LB7 injector, or we have the alternate for a reman injector as well, but we only carry a genuine Bosch reman based injector. A genuine Bosch reman on an LB7, basically the only two things that aren't new on those is they can have a reused solenoid and they can have a reused body. Depending on how many good tested ones were in the plant at the time, some have new solenoids, some have new bodies. But we offer both to be able to fit the market for the guys that just want everything completely new, the best of everything they can get, or the guys that still want a good quality product but want it a little bit cheaper. So we start with either that new or Bosch reman. Take it with our SAC type nozzle, which is stock output, no tuning required. We basically take that base injector with our SAC00 nozzle, and then with some other adjustments to the injector to get it to perform just like the stock one, and build and test and balance those sets here in-house. So one thing pretty unique with that as well is you get a data sheet with every set of injectors. So this is a stock replacement, stock power level, no tuning required, just straight drop-in set. But it's pretty well unheard of for that type of thing to get a data sheet of the flow values versus serial number and date code of exactly your set of injectors, so you know how they performed. If you ever later on, if you do an engine rebuild or something, you want to have them tested, we can test them and compare them to how they performed when they were brand new. So also with your injectors, these are a 50 state carb compliant product. So you get a label with your injectors that you can put in your engine compartment. It's got the carb EO number on it, documents that you're all in the clear. So these make for a great alternative for those LB7 customers out there, to be a long life last set of injectors you'll ever have to buy. It's pretty common guys will be on their second, third, fourth set of injectors on an LB7 truck. That's why this product exists now. So you don't have to do that anymore. You can buy one really high quality set of injectors and have that be the last one that you have to buy. So hope to have these in a set of these in your LB7 truck. Get a hold of a dealer, dealer locator on the website. Thanks for listening.